Good evening. This is, well, Saturday afternoon, but wanted to go ahead and just do a quick. This is another painting that I felt like needed redone because I couldn't get it to look finished. So whatever is behind this is going to kind of affect because it has only the paint laid down. First of all, because I'm going to do this is going to be a quick and easy painting that people can do. Um, Start with just laying down all the white in the back. And see if I can get this smoothed out easily. And then I will be going quite a bit of white for here. And going back over and painting the sides for whatever doesn't go off the side. But I maybe it's just timing that I decided to do this after I just listened to my church online about being forgiven. None of us none of us is good enough for heaven on our own. And yeah, our sins can be black, any shade of black, anything but white. But Jesus' death on the cross covered it all. So anyway, having said that, we're going to finish covering the black that was on the canvas. All right, so I've done similar to this. Actually, I'm going to start with the yellow in the middle. And I may end up adding a little orange. And actually, let me hone in on this a little bit more. Just turn down. There. Okay, so I'm going to start with yellow in the middle. And add just a little orange there. When I was thinking of doing this, I'm like, wow, I haven't done this in a while. Maybe I will show you an example of what it looks like when I've done this before. Red, orange here. I just really learned to love this color combination. There again. Okay. And just to add a little sparkle. Add the silver. Alrighty. Now then, over any of the paint. Okay. Right now. First. All right. And blow it out. Okay. That usually doesn't happen. Let's keep trying. I'm all done, this is gonna be a lot of paint. Well, this is not doing hope for yet. Let's see. There's more red in here. Come on, just hang with me a little bit longer. Come on. Oops. Now, paint flying everywhere. Okay. One last swipe. actually, I think I'm gonna like this. Let me. Okay, as I'm looking at this, I've got a feeling it's going to be kind of similar to some others. I keep trying one technique that I have done before that I just seem to keep missing on. But need a little extra sunshine here in the middle. And because I got a ton of paint on there. This is our nice little starburst. Actually, nice thing is, paint under there, it should help add to this. So okay. So I think we have it. And can I give you a close up? And there's a chance I will add a butterfly or a bird or something right in front of it. I'll show you a picture of what I had done several years ago, and do not ask me, maybe the painting that I'm going for just needs to be on a much larger canvas. Let me go back for you. And this is about the same color scheme that I had. But this is one that I did several years ago. I don't know. Let's see if you can get a good look at it. Actually, I think with this, the light might not be helping. So let me see if I can fix that. So there, yeah. this is what I've done before, and I think the bigger canvas kind of does the trick on that. Let me bring you down here. Okay, and this is what we have. Okay, just got a close up. So we'll see what happens when it dries and what I'll add to it. Thanks for hanging. Hey there, I am back and painting's all dry, and I was going back and forth if I wanted to just leave it like it was or turn it into something more. So I decided that it was going to be a big sunrise behind the mountains. And here's what we're starting with. I am going to be adding a little bit more to this. And just wanted to show you where we're headed. And we will be back to show you kind of the next step. See you soon. Okay, I'm going to show you how we're going to work with the mountains. I already put, the start of the mountains was burnt umber. And I'm going to go over with a little, I think, raw sienna and or unbleached titanium. If I can get to my paint. Okay, let's just go here. And it's been a long time since I've used that paint, so I'm hoping it works with me. Here. And to get some depth on these and just show it doesn't look like the third graders rendering of mountains. A little lighter here. So it kind of gives it that craggy appearance, like it's rock. So one thing I can tell y'all, when I first started like trying to paint mountains and such, they weren't bad at all. Or even just different things that I wanted to go from dark to light on them. I always I got used to putting all the light color down first, the white or whatever was going to be light down first, and then going over it with the dark. And after watching a few artists online, started figuring out, no, you put the dark down first and then go back over it with something lighter. And I wouldn't have thought that really makes much of a difference, but it does. So, a little hint, if you're painting, that is kind of what helps give a better little rocky appearance. Actually, I'm going to need a little more of this darker. It's easy to get carried away with the contrasting colors, especially since this is like sunrise. We're going to have some darker down at the bottom, especially. That. I'm just going to do this other one upside down. And then I'm going to have to turn the camera off because the light, when you see this, is making it hard for me to see what I'm doing. Too much it's reflecting off this paint. And I'll be making sure that I'm getting the look I'm going for. I think. Alrighty. I'm going to fix a little bit more up there and then I'll catch you up. Okay, here we are, cutting up a little bit more. I'm getting some trees put in here to give us just a little more oomph, and mixing some green. And because pine trees are just fun to put here, I'm going to go with that. And sometimes, because I'm doing these right in front of the green grass, and I keep getting caught up with doing too much. Let's see, because in order for it to look a little more real, one side's got to be darker than the other. So let's try. Without. Okay, and then we got these little trees over on this side. I can do it just. All right, I will get back to you when I'm done with this part. And all right, here is the finished product. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do anything anymore with this. And, definitely stylistic. And that was the intention, just with the background. I don't intend this to look like a real sunrise, but just, a little fun with it. A little stylistic. Almost kind of reminds me of where I was when I went to visit my daughter in California. She was living in a mountainous area, but walked outside during sunrise one more day, and this is kind of what it reminded me of. But I also want to show you, like I've talked to you about how I like dip the rocks that I get in paint that goes off the side, and then I made something a little more out of them. And so I just wanted to show you a couple that I have done. And yeah, so anyway, in conclusion, I just want to also let you know, hit like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. So far, I've had very few comments. I'd like to hear from y'all. And also, just to finish up, um, quite a while back, I heard somebody talking, and let me turn this up a little bit. Okay, there. And do I have paint on my chin? I'm not sure. Um, anyway, I had heard somebody talk about how they couldn't understand why the Christians wanted to keep Christianity to themselves and that he'd never been offered a Bible. Um, and let me just be one that if you don't have a Bible and you're not sure what to think, drop a comment and we'll figure out how I can get in touch with you and send you a Bible. I've got several. So, anyway, thanks for